Jambo, good morning. Your Excellency, the President of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, Prime Cabinet Secretary Mutavadi, who I think was going to be here but may have left last night, Cabinet Secretary and my good friend, Minister of Health, Susan Nahumicha. The other Cabinet Secretaries that are here are two Deputy Governors from Nairobi and Kisumu, all national and county government representatives present, and our multi- and bilateral partners who are also present, community members, faith and civil society representatives, and most importantly, our 20 heroes, all protocols observed. From a young age, I have been fascinated by what science and technology can do to push frontiers, solve problems, and imagine seemingly impossible possibilities. I am a product of the days where President John F. Kennedy inspired a nation, really the world, to go beyond our known limits. He declared that we would put a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth within a decade. And that idea, followed by the innovation, commitment, and partnership that made it a reality, was nothing short of extraordinary. In the early 2000s, President George W. Bush had a moonshot moment. He recognized the greatest health crisis facing the continent of Africa and knew the United States and partners needed to act. HIV/AIDS was killing tens of millions of people. Economies were crashing, families were devastated, and communities were vanishing. In 2003, the United States announced the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, known worldwide as PEPFAR. Putting government resources, private sector know-how, and unprecedented partnership models behind this initiative has resulted in the largest commitment by any nation to address a single disease in history. The result? Over 25 million lives saved and still counting. This year is the 20th anniversary of that landmark announcement and a time to celebrate PEPFAR's impact. The unprecedented partnership of PEPFAR, the Government of Kenya, Kenyan civil society, and the Kenyan private sector has proven transformative. To celebrate the larger story of PEPFAR's impact in Kenya, the U.S. Embassy is highlighting 20 extraordinary Kenyans whose lives have been forever changed. Today we honor those heroes of hope and the millions more that they represent. Their stories inspire me, and I am confident that they will serve as an inspiration to you too. Stories of Kenyans like Edna, living a productive life with an undetectable viral load, running her own business, mentoring young people, courageously counseling neighbors to continue their vital antiretroviral treatment, and raising and educating 3 strong daughters to lead healthy lives. Stories of Kenyans like Dan, who has remained HIV negative with the help of pre-exposure prophylaxis, who has been a faithful companion and a friend to his HIV-positive girlfriend, and who has become an activist for PrEP, promoting sound decision-making among youth in his community. Stories of Kenyans like Joyce, who has bravely overcome gender-based violence and is socially, educational, and economically empowered to be more resilient as she leads her community and champions the rights of the vulnerable. Stories of providers like Dr. Isaac, who has been a partner for 2 decades, dedicating his life's work to rewriting the stories of pediatric HIV patients like Joylene and Aaron, both of whom now work for the very programs that altered the course of their lives, giving the gift of hope to others. Stories of Kenyans like Alice, who was supported to prevent transmitting HIV to her children during pregnancy and breastfeeding, spending the last decade counseling hundreds of other mothers in prevention of mother-to-child transmission methods, to share the incomparable gift of healthy babies. And stories of Kenyans like Angel, who you just met, who inspires us with courage and fierce determination beyond her years and circumstances, giving hope for an AIDS-free generation of Kenyans, and reminding all of us that we can do anything we set our minds to. The United States and Kenya have collaborated to build a more prosperous and secure future for Kenya for 60 years. In my time as ambassador, I have seen the life-changing work of the US-Kenya PEPFAR partnership in action. Together, Kenya and the United States have altered the course of the HIV/AIDS epidemic in Kenya. The partnership has saved millions of lives, strengthened health systems and economic prosperity, and perhaps most importantly, created hope. With over 1 million Kenyans on daily life-saving HIV treatment, and 94% of them have successfully suppressed the virus, I can confidently say Kenya is on the cusp of epidemic control. However, our mission is not finished. I hope all our partners continue working together to do what was previously seemed impossible, eradicating HIV/AIDS as a public health threat in Kenya by 2027. I like to say that success happens when good people with good intentions cooperate and work together over a shared area of interest. Teamwork matters. Kenya needs your know-how and your drive. Kenya needs the private and public sectors to continue to cooperate. Kenya needs a sustainable plan. The United States has already done the impossible, landing a man on the moon and bringing him home safely. Let's do it again, this time a little closer to home. Now, before I close, I want to appreciate the Kenya National Library Service for hosting us today and for displaying the PEPFAR 20 stories of hope to exhibit all through the next month and inspire a new generation of Kenyans. Asante sana.